I have a question. So I have a dual question. One, if they want to keep this dude out of trouble, why would they use you? You clearly have a history of getting in trouble.
My history, like, cause I that shit from my past. That was in 2005. I'm 34 now. You feel what I'm saying? I was 14 when I did all that shit.
And the second question is, the minute you knew that Lil Meech was doing anything criminal that could lead to any negative impact on you,
I'm not patting no down to see if they got found.
No, but you said he had a bad addiction, which you admitted you knew that already.
Yeah, so you know they took him to rehab or whatnot. So
okay, but what I'm saying is, someone who has a business, you just said you had a family, all this type of stuff. You don't feel any personal responsibility for putting yourself in that situation?
I can take my blame.
You're not taking it. You mad at Lil Meech?
How I'm not taking my blame is I'm owning up to my.
I don't think you're owning up to it. I think you're trying to blame Lil Meech for it.
I'm trying to blame him.
At the end of the day, you are a criminal who did criminal activity and mad because the police got you. Now you blaming Lil Meech.
In a video published July 14, 2025 on the No Jumper podcast, Lil Meech's former crash out calls in to expose Lil Meech as a snitch. Instead, Brandon took it upon himself to destroy 3lucc with real questions and grown man logic. That didn't go over very well with 3lucc or his crowd, nor the No Jumper audience, as people are calling for Brandon to be fired from the set.
It's all about holding it down, gang.
Like, it's all about making better decisions as a man. That was just a horrible
decision. You can't do that to the nigga if I already don't cop out to it. What you gonna do to him? You can't recharge him with nothing.
Yeah.
I took the only nigga. He never was blamed for anything from the get-go.
Police.
Yeah, but we knew that before.
Meech, man. That's just period, man.
Listen, if you gotta tell a street that he shouldn't be around Lil Meech, he's not a street nigga. This dude is an actor. His dad was a street dude. This boy is an actor. He ain't no street dude.
Hear your voice, gang.
Yeah, what the hell does my voice have to go? Look,
fat boy.
All right, peace. Check it out. We must protect Brandon at all costs. You dig? We must protect Brandon at all costs. I for one, am fond of the fact that he challenged that man's mentality as a grown man. You dig what I'm talking about? People got to be held accountable for their actions. He held him accountable for what went on with him, which is similar to what I did in my video about 3lucc and the big Meech, Lil Meech that is situation. Now, Lil Meech has responded and said, salt only kills snails, not made men, you feel me? So, I'm thinking he talking about the nigga calling the podcast, salting him down, or the podcast, pardon himself, that it came out salting him down over the last 24, 48 hours because dog released this footage and he went on this tirade about Meech throwing something in his lap and this and that and the other. And just like dog said, you calling into a live motherfucking podcast, telling, crying, whining, Lil Meech did this, Lil Meech did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, cut it out, man. Marlo Mike ain't never said nothing about Boosie. You hear me? Marlo Mike ain't got nothing to say about Boosie. You're a crash out, homeboy. He made some I don't care whether you like it or not. Brandon made a lot of valid points when he was talking to that guy. He joked with him once or twice, but at the same time, he kept it grown man business. You don't accept no responsibility for your actions in that situation. He talking about the guns hit his lap. All he felt was something heavy on his lap, and they thought they was gonna run, but he was cussing him out about the guns and this and that and the other blase split. Well, you should have made Lil Meech stand on business. When he pushed that shit in your lap, you should have pushed it on the floor. You heard? You should have made him stand on that if you really felt like that. If you wasn't there to be a crash out, because you talking about, he asked him about why would they put him around you? If they want him to succeed and this and that and the other, why would they put him around you? You got a reputation for violence. You're clearly a felon, a criminal. Why would they want him around you if they're trying to keep him out of trouble? You talk, oh, that was 10 years ago. Or 20 years ago or something. I was 14 when I caught 10 years. And all that shit we don't care about. You was there to crash, homeboy. Ain't no way around it. And you was asleep on the fucking job. You dig what I'm talking about? You was asleep. It's going down. You sleep. So like I said before, man, I just hate, like he said, I just hate that it's a completely avoidable situation. You know what I'm saying? Dog is upset about money. If Lil Meech had paid, I guess, whatever cost he expected him to pay, attorneys, buy his little business back, or whatever he talking about he lost in the process of going through this process, we wouldn't be having this conversation. We wouldn't be having this conversation. Right or wrong. That shit is about bread, homeboy, and I don't respect it, you know? I don't respect it at all. It got to the point where people was calling for this dude to be dismissed from the gig. You know what I'm talking about? Look at the comments. Brandon need to quit. He mad at the dude that got snitched on and this, that, and the other blase splee. Get him the fuck out of there. It's a bunch of comments on here that I don't respect. You know what I'm saying? And you can gauge the mentality of the audience by the comments. You dealing with gangbangers and YNs. You're not dealing with grown men. The grown man comment I seen in there was, I think, what it say? I think Brandon is too smart for the no jumper audience, and I do too. I do too, homeboy. Straight up and down. I don't feel like he need to be dismissed. If everybody's a yes man, what we left with? A world full of chaos for the motherfucker that's leading it. You know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. A world full of chaos for the people leading it. You dig what I'm talking about? At this point, we need more voices like Brandon to step up and say, hey, man, you need to hold yourself accountable before you hold anybody else, dog. Yeah, you mad. Yeah, you gotta go do some time or whatnot. But, nigga, you signed that plea agreement, nigga. You made that decision in the spur of the moment not to push the guns and drugs on the floor or whatever the case could be to create reasonable doubt between you and him as to whose it is. But instead, you did what you did, and now you on these podcasts whining. He threw it in my lap, and he threw the drug, the pills, and he a dope head, and this and that and the other. So now your plan is to disparage him in the brand because of a decision you made. I don't understand it. You did. Like I said before, more people need to be held accountable for their actions. Salute to Brandon. He destroyed him with grown man talk, grown man questions, and grown man logic, homeboy. You just can't get around it. Lil Meech is an actor. That is not his daddy. You dig? Lil Meech is not Big Meech. Niggas need to get it confused. Niggas out here doing cloudy shit for views or whatnot. But the nigga 3luccc, it's a reason he was there. Like he said, why was you there? And this and that, the homies wanted me to be around and this and that and the other. Why? It's because you got a reputation for violence, right? You got a reputation for crashing. So it was inevitable that something like this would happen. You say he riding around with $500,000 in jewelry around his neck and a pocket full of money. And he always, allegedly, he be on drugs and this and that and the other. It was just a matter of time before something happened. What you mad for now, dog? What you mad for now? I don't know. Jump in the comment box and let me know. Peace to the 5% nation of gods and earths. Until we meet again. I'll be back.